coverage of the NFL has us at the foot of the Rockies, just west of downtown Denver at Empower. As it'll be the Chicago Bears taking on the Denver Broncos. On the visiting sideline, their head coach. These guys are playing extremely well, 8-2 over their last 10. On the other side, the head coach of the home team. These guys came up short on the road last week. Now they're trying to turn things around in front of the home crowd here. And off we go from Denver. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. And trotting out there leading them is their fourth-year quarterback.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well, won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. Yeah, they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards on the game's opening play and a quick first down.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
A give running right, Moss. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
At the 40-yard line.
Looking to throw is Williams. There's a short throw. It's caught by Kmet. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. Here is 3rd and 5. To the air, Williams. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And fortunately, he's able to reel it back in, but it's going to go down as a big loss here on the play. On 4th down on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. And Marvin Nims deep for Denver. This is taken at the 10. A solid punt, but also a nice return there of 14 yards. And the Broncos take over, first down and 10. So now we'll get a look at the other offensive unit as they come out for their first possession. And a look at a guy, definitely got a little razzle-dazzle to him. Can do it with his arm or his legs. Their mobile QB.
And he just continues to throw touchdown pass after touchdown pass, leading the league here down the final stretch of the year. Guys that say that the numbers and rankings, they don't matter to him very much. I don't know how much I actually believe that. Sure, he's team first, but I think everyone would like to see him finish #1, including himself.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Operating from the gun, here's Nims. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
That's good for Broncos. First down.
Now the Central Florida product is R.J. Harvey. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play.
A 2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, it's going to be this cold. I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. Now 3rd down and 7.
It's 3rd and 7.
Oh, my son! Ready?
Nims to the air. It's a short one here. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Oh, my son!
On play action, here's Nims. Now he'll tuck this and run. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
Oh, my son!
They'll go play action with Nims. And open, he's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 32-yard line. Nims going to give to Harvey. And room there to work it inside the 25. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 12 carries, 52 yards, and a touchdown.
And simply put, partner, we're witnessing one of the best offensive players in the league so far this season. What he's been doing has him 2nd in rushing across the NFL, and the top spot is clearly in sight. He's confident. His blockers are confident. He's having a heck of a year.
And Sutton will have a Broncos first down as he's brought down at the 16. Taken down at the 2-yard line. Sets him up nicely. 1st and goal. It was a pickup of 14. A lot of running backs, a little bit of a disadvantage when you start talking MVP. Might not be the case this year. You think he's got a shot, don't you?
I do. I think he's got more than a shot. But what he's going to need here down the stretch this late in the season, he needs that big closing game. That game that we're all going to reflect on and go, oh, my goodness. Did he put up a number, let's say, 200 plus?
2nd and goal from the 1. Harvey will take it in. Touchdown, Denver. And his stellar campaign continues. That now his 20th rushing touchdown on the year, a number that very few running backs have ever reached in a single NFL season. Here coming up. And he's got it. 7-0 Broncos. So that drive, 12 plays in length. And it ends with a Denver touchdown. The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Chicago offense set to get started. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. And not a whole lot there, maybe a yard to the 27. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Off the play fake, it's Williams. To the left side, into the hands of Odunze.
So no gain on the play. And 3rd and 8 now.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
In motion goes the tight end.
Throwing is Williams.
And he's got the hook up the middle.
And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons. Everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
Taken down at the 43-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
They'll go play action here with Williams.
This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
First down. It's a gain of 6. And the Bears first down.
Off the bootleg, it's Williams.
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there at 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
They'll go up the middle here with Moss.
And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory.
He's across midfield with a 48-yard line.
7-0 on EA Sports. The Bears with the football. We get set to begin quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Here's Williams. Throw right side taken in by Odunze.
And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on 4th.
That is incomplete.
The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Well, I guess they wanted to get that touchdown right back on their first drive, but failed to do so.
And what they have to be careful of is pushing so hard to stay right there, to stay even with their opponent, that they gas themselves out. You know, it's almost like horse racing. Sometimes you don't want to take your horse right to the front and let them do all the work, and then someone catch them at the end and pass them up. You want to make sure you moderate what you're doing along the way, and then go for the big finish.
Now it's 2nd and 10. Here's Nix. Now he's going to step up and run. And this one too low.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
To throw, here's Nix.
And that's incomplete.
And this is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3 and out and giving the ball back to their offense.
And this will pin him nicely inside the 20 as it's out of bounds at about the 14-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they... take the field. And a drive that stalled out last time. Went for it on fourth, didn't get it. How does that translate here? I would imagine momentum.
Looking right side, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Nick Benito.
And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
The Broncos take over first and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Throwing Nix. Setting up a screen for Harvey.
And down inside the 15 he goes. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down.
And that's not a play that you see all that often at the start of a drive, but some teams, they don't mind doing it. And that one, well sold by the offensive linemen. They showed the pass, and then they got out into space, able to get some good blocks downfield and allow the play to be successful.
And a great job there to lead that one defensively. They strung him out, would not allow him to cut upfield.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
To throw is Nix.
It's complete on the bubble screen. That's Franklin. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. A great play there with touchdown number 7 on the year.
And the Broncos have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Week after week, Charles, when we see this offense operate, I don't know, they just seem to get more impressive.
They certainly do, and let's face it, it's no surprise they're the best in the NFL in scoring. This team designs things well and executes even better. And here, it only takes a few snaps before they're in the end zone. That's how they demoralize teams. That's how they put them on notice.
The Chicago offense set to get started. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Good work after the catch, going to net him 23 and a first.
First down. First and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Here's a give to Moss out of the shotgun. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. Second and 8 coming from the 19.
Yards on the pickup. It's second and 8.
Play action. Now Williams. He's got this complete to Burden. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. And this offense on third down today, just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. He'll try to pick it up himself. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
Bears, first down.
Moss will score. Touchdown, Chicago. A solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there. Each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Broncos offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. And the last time I look and repeat that, Charles' defense, they were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And Sutton will have the Broncos first down as he's up to the 45.
First down. First and 10.
Now it's Nims. And this one's incomplete. The Broncos at 10-4 on the year. They were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So, you know, they just want to come out and play well for their faithful. And I expect them to do just that.
He turned that into a nice gain, gets them 8 yards closer for third down.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards. Gain the first here.
On my second.
Trying to run for it. Here's Hardy.
Oh, he is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down.
They're going. It's Nims. Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
I remember pregame when we were talking to him on the field, and he took his gloves off and showed us his fingers. A few misshapen ones in there, and now we know why, trying to catch those types of bullets.
That was a dart. Even for a talented receiver, those are tough to hang on to. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
14 yards. That's another Broncos first down. 1st and 10 at the 20.
Working out of the gun is Nims.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. They'll get 13 yards for the second play in a row.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter. 14-7. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
On my second. Ready. 180.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Looking middle, and that's complete. And that's good for a gain of 6. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry, ball gets tipped in the air. Because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
Up the middle, it's Hardy.
And he will fight his way into the end zone for a Bronco touchdown.
R.J. Hardy
with touchdown number 27. That ties Priest Holmes for the 3rd most in a single year, as his guys are able to extend their lead. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
And he won't quite make it to the 25.
And look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. They've given him some touches. They haven't had a lot of success on the ground. Do you maybe keep going to that well, or do you mix it up more?
I think you mix it up Try and loosen things up. Get the defense to react to other people, other plays, but don't forget about it. That's your horse. You know, Secretariat lost twice in his career.
So educational. That's very true, kids. Look it up.
That's complete right side to Komet.
And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
Brings up second and a yard. At the 33.
To throw, it's Williams.
And again, back to Komet. Move on first down.
First down.
To throw, Williams. That's complete to Moss out of the backfield. Here's a 2nd and 8.
To number 22. A gain of 2. Brings up second and 8.
Looking to throw is Williams. He'll get this into the hands of the Doomsday.
And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half.
At the 15-yard line.
Toward the pylon, caught. Touchdown, Bears.
To number 22.
A great effort there as the first half is winding down. And the Bears are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive.
And with a 7-point lead, they'll likely look to take this to the locker room and not really press the issue.
They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
A final shot before break. Nix. He'll air this one out from Nims. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
So halftime straight ahead. It is time to join our good friend Scott Hansen. He's got our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Final 3 weeks of the regular season. The regular season witching hour, when playoff teams become also-rans and also-rans become playoff teams. Let's dive in. Our trip through the NFL starts now at Caesars Superdome in New Orleans. It's the Saints at home to take on the visiting New York Giants. And this is the Saints quarterback just picking apart the defense, one of 5 touchdown passes for him on the night. Got another one to get to right now. How about Gang Green, the Jets, as they host the Jacksonville Jaguars? And it's Trevor Lawrence finding his big target, Brenton Strange. 18 yards, it's a touchdown. The Jags had to work for it, but they win it by a field goal. Lastly, let's go out to Arrowhead. The Chiefs hosting the Minnesota Vikings. And it's Patrick Mahomes. This is going to end up a touchdown. The Chiefs hold on to win this one, 21-16 the final. With that, time for a look at the playoff picture in the AFC. Things getting interesting now as the regular season starts to wind down. Meanwhile, in our game, both teams have been able to move the ball effectively. It might be a question of which defense can make a stand in the second half. As we get you back out to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. Allen, nifty footwork. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Looking to put a drive together. Nims to the air. He's going to sling this deep downfield. That's caught inside the 20. And he takes this thing way down into Chicago territory. A huge play there for... Denver, 52 yards.
Broncos, first down. First and 10 at the 18-yard
A real
line.
field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Looking to throw. Nims. Quick hitch, complete. It's Harvey. And the Broncos are going to have a first and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago. Followed it up with another nice one here. And before you know it, they're already...
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. A great play there with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Broncos go up by 2 touchdowns. Now the extra point try forthcoming. He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And in the end, it's capped off by a 7-yard run. Gets past one man. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field.
And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you to bigger errors.
Pass caught by Burden. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down.
First down. A gain of 14. First down, Bears.
They'll run on first down with Moss. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
How about that, partner? That happened in a hurry. Sudden, explosive, gets into the backfield, and spills the play.
And he was AFC Defensive Player of the Week last week because of plays just like that. Open man down the field. That's Burden. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 36.
And the Bears, first down. First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
On play action, here's Williams. And there's a short throw. It's caught by Kmet.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
First and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Moss on the give up the middle.
And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
They'll go again here with Moss. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play.
Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. Williams going to sneak it.
And Williams is going to be stopped short of the yellow line. He did not get there. They end up getting stumped twice after that 9-yard gain back on 1st down.
I see him shaking the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
They're going to run for it. It's Moss. And the Bears are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
There wasn't even thought of a short field goal. There was no hesitation. They were going for it.
I think he was thinking ahead a couple plays ago. That if he got in this situation, they were definitely going for it. And you're right. It was a confident call and a decisive run to pick it up.
No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to punch this ball in.
Moss is into the end zone for a Bears touchdown.
Well, he's been the workhorse on this drive, and it would have been unfair to bring someone else in to finish the job. So they go back to him again, and he delivers with a touchdown run.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And they're within 7 now at 28-21.
So the celebration in the end zone, but meanwhile we do have an injured player. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Broncos offense and their running back getting set to go once more. Now, he's had a knack for finding the end zone all season long. His numbers reflect that. Here we are in the month of December. He sits atop the NFL leaderboard in terms of rushing touchdowns. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
They run straight ahead with Hardy. And the defense closes quickly there and will give maybe a yard to the 33.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going into the quarterback on the expected passing situation.
They'll get that complete to Franklin.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A nice gain of 21 yards.
First down. First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
I do think that sometimes on 3rd and long, many defenders just get caught watching the sticks instead of watching the ball. And the guy who's got it, because here, they just got the ball into the receiver's hands and told him to do it yourself, a little bit of a desperation play. And he was able to take the short throw and turn it into a big gain and a conversion on 3rd down. That's a big pickup.
76 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Off the play fake, here's Nims.
Under pressure, and he'll go down back at the 26-yard line. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12.
At the Bears' 26-yard line.
Out of the gun, a run with Harvey.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard.
Makes it 3rd and 1.
Again, it's Harvey.
And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10.
5-yard gain.
Give him the 3rd down conversion. 5 yards on the play.
Broncos.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
And Sutton hauls it in over the middle. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Second and a couple.
At the Bears' 2-yard line.
On the give, it's Harvey.
And I think they stopped him again. They did at the 1-yard line.
3rd and 2.
No gain on the play. Makes it 3rd and 2.
Back to throw. Nims. Allen here on the screen. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
There's another example that playing football isn't strictly being physical. You've got to think as well. Nice job reading his keys by the linebacker and going out in the open space when they dumped it to the...
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver.
Jerome Ford
hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season.
And the Broncos are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter.
Makes the score.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now up to 14. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got them pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play the same tempo at the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
Welcome back now to Denver. It's Bears football, but they trail on the scoreboard as we get set to bring you the 4th quarter.
Throwing is Williams.
Gonna throw right side here, complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
And the Bears, first down.
They'll run out of the gun with Moss. They'll take it past the 40 to the 41, 2nd down.
Taken down at the 41. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Second down and 8. Right back to Moss.
And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44. 2 yards on the first down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the second down carry.
Well, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on 3rd down to keep the drive going. The offense on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6.
Here's Williams. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory, right at the 40. Looking to throw. Williams. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Reynolds. Calling a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be second down.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
And they move this all the way down to the 9. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Going quickly out wide to Moore. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. So he'll be stopped here for no gain. And it's second and goal.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Third and goal, and keep in mind, very possibly 4-down territory. They'll look to throw for it with Williams.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Luther Burden from 8 yards out. And the Bears have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. On for the PAT, Kaimi Fairbairn. And that'll cut the lead down now to a touchdown. A 10-play drive that time. And it culminates in a touchdown for Chicago. The Bears send the kicking team out there, and they will send this one away. Oh, look at the juke. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The home team's offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And he's been a huge factor in the passing game all season long. His numbers reflect that. Currently leads all NFL running backs in receiving yards. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. Second and 10.
Second and 10.
To throw, here's Nims. Setting up a screen for Harvey.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22.
How to approach this. Third down and 16 yards to go. To throw is Nims. That's taken in by Franklin. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. The Broncos send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the second time. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. Fielded at the 20. Now a hit and a loose football. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. The Chicago offense set to get started. And it feels like the momentum has shifted. They scored, then their defense forces that last punt. And now a chance to tie the game on this possession. Working out of the gun, Williams. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
First down. A gain of 12.
Back to throw. Williams. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. There he goes, left side. And this is going to be brought back for a Denver touchdown. This was a close game. They needed a little breathing room. Boy, they got it right there on that return for a touchdown.
Yeah, we would say that this could be huge. Forget it. It was huge. Gave him a comfortable lead.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now up to 14. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field.
Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a two-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. The fumble on first down. Now here's second down. From the shotgun, a throw for Williams. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down. We'll see where they go for this play call. Obviously tough in this spot, backed up.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it.
They'll go. Here's Williams. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jahdae Barron.
And the return will stop right around the 25.
Intercepted. Result of the play is a turnover on downs.
Ready. 180.
Harvey now on first and 10.
He is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
2 yards the loss, second and 12.
Brings up second and 12. At the Bears' 27-yard line.
Now a handoff up the middle. Luke. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is third and long. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
For number 84.
A field goal try forthcoming now for the Broncos. And his kick here is good. And that will extend their lead even further.
So that almost certainly the final piece to this puzzle, a 3-score lead. I don't think there's any coming back from there.
But, you know, normally I'd get on you for giving up on the game right here, but I do think you're right in this case. This late in the game, 2 scores is tough enough. 3, I'm with you. That seems out of the question.
And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out of personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Moore. The offense on third down tonight, they're at 50%, 4 for 8. They're looking at third in the nose of the football.
And they'll try and run the option to pick it off.
Trying to barrel up in there, but I don't think he got it.
No gain on the play.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a fourth down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. That is caught. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
So this drive going to continue following the conversion on fourth. Here's first and 10. From the gun, here's Williams. He'll look middle here and give it to Odunze. From the 46-yard line, a second down and 6. To throw, Williams.
Over the middle, it's complete. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a first and 10.
A 7-yard gain.
To throw, it's Williams. That's downfield. He's got Loveland.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it.
5 yards on the play. That's another Bears first down. It's a gain of 25 yards.
To the air, Williams.
Got his man, and it's caught. A 14-yard touchdown.
And the Bears have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth.
Makes the score.
Fairbairn good with the extra point. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
Now the Bears will use their third and final timeout as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game.
First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
And they'll indeed take a knee.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road. But there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.
But, Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but, boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And, partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for Denver, it's a big win here as they move to 11-4 now in the year. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Bears, it's a bad time of year to take a loss like this as they drop to 10-5. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.
Stay with me. You ain't gotta go, you can with me. We could hang out, do the day with me. You tryna be a man, it could stay friendly. We could do the beach, we could hang out. Yes, and the ego to my house. You could spend the night till we wake up. Do it all again, cause it ain't mud. What is this love? What are we waiting for? Life can be tough. So I need you more and more. You need to stay with me all night. Till I sleep, I'm feeling weak, I'll be alright. In my dreams, you need to stay with me all night. Till I sleep, I'm feeling weak, I'll be alright. In my dreams. Hey yo, my new thing is I don't want you around if you